The Imaginarium of Doctor Parnassus is about choice. That is the heart of the whole piece. You have to make choices in life. You can take the easy road, you can take the hard road. They all have different end results. I just loved the idea that this little traveling group of players seemed to be central to the life of the devil. They had a deal going that had to be resolved. The devil was always there to take advantage of the lazy, the corrupt, and Parnassus's job was really try to inspire people with fantasy, with imagination. All you had to do is go through the magical mirror and discover another world. Strangely enough, Parnassus and his troupe were inspired by Bergman's Seventh Seal. The little group of traveling players that are central to that movie were central to this movie, and death was part of both. What happened with Parnassus, though, was certainly not what we planned. We had got through half the shooting in London, and we went our separate ways to Vancouver. Heath Ledger went to New York. He never arrived in Vancouver. He tragically died in the middle of our shoot, creating a major problem for all of us. I wanted to give up at that point because Heath was a very dear friend, and I was so looking forward to the film that we were going to be making together. He was an extraordinary actor. He was an extraordinary human being, and the loss of him was unbearable. But I wasn't allowed to give up. My daughter and Nicola Pecorini, my cinematographer, pushed me to keep somehow working a way of making the film. They said, get another actor, get somebody who can take Heath's part. I felt that there was nobody that I knew that could actually do what Heath could do. But ultimately, I thought, could three do the job? We were lucky because we had already filmed the exterior of the theater. We hadn't filmed what happens when you go through the mirror. And so there was the possibility of three different actors playing Heath once he goes through the mirror. And I called Johnny Depp first because I had introduced Johnny to Heath and they'd become good friends. And I wanted people who really knew and cared about Heath to be involved in this. And Johnny said, whatever you want, I'm there. This was fantastic because at that point, the insurance company, the money was all disappearing. They were running away because they knew there was no way of finishing the film. But Amy, my daughter, when she found out I had spoken to Johnny, managed to stop all of them running away. They came back. Oh, we've got Johnny Depp. There's a chance. I then managed to meet and get Colin Farrell and Jude Law to play. They were all friends of Heath. They were all people who knew and loved him. And that was the center of what we were doing. It had to be a family film right to the end. And we did it. And I'm so delighted to have been part of both the tragedy and the resuscitation of what the film was about. It's not very often in the business of cinema where you can find that much love at work. So many people stepping forward, working for nothing. All the money that Johnny, Jude, and Colin would have been paid went to Heath's daughter. So Dr. Parnassus is a work of love and magic, I hope. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot.